Okay, hi everybody. We
Hi.
can we can start. We can start with the what is it? Is the first meeting, right? Yeah, yeah.
Number four.
Number four. As you know, we're gonna speak about capital sins or deadly sins. Yeah, and today we are going to focus on envy. And like usual, I gonna share some reflections, some insights about this concept. And then in the second part of the workshop, I will propose a workshop, an exercise in a way related with the topic. And today we are going to work on argumentation. Yeah. Okay, but first, let me share some ideas with you about envy. And of course, if you have any questions, any comments you want to make, you can do it. Just You can raise your hand or you can interrupt me if you want. All right, so let's start from the idea that envy, as in Christianity, since we are speaking about the seven deadly sins, yeah. And in Christianity, envy appears since biblical times in the history. I think you know the story about Cain and Abel, yeah, Cain and Abel. You know the two sons of Adam and Eve, Adam and Eve, and Abel was a shepherd, while Cain was a farmer, and both of them offered a sacrifice to God. Uh, Abel, Abel gave a lamb, if I remember correctly, while Cain offers some fruits of the from the earth, and God accepted just Abel gifts. Yeah, he didn't accept, he didn't appreciate the Cain's one, and he didn't know, he didn't say why. Yeah, he didn't explain why he preferred Abel's gift. And why I'm telling you this story is because this story is about envy. Yeah, from this story came the envy that Cain felt. So Cain felt rejected, humiliated. He, he felt less loved than the brother, and that's why he killed the brother. So in a way, after the original sin, the second sin that humans made in history, at least in Bible stories, is a sin that moved from envy. Yeah. And so let's focus on this idea of envy that this story is telling something about. So why Cain envied Abel? Yeah, he wasn't envied because Abel had something, but in a way, Cain was envy Abel because the judgment from God's. Yeah, he wanted to be more recognized than the brother from the God perspective. So Cain wanted more recognition, let's say he wanted the recognition that his brother have. Yeah. So he wanted to be more loved. So what happens in Cain's psychology, let's say, in Cain's mind? Cain's felt, in a way, a kind of injustice. Yeah. For him, it was unfair what happened. he thought he deserved to be loved by God and to be recognized by love, at least as the brother, if not more. And this is interesting because when we feel envy towards someone, in a way, we there is a need of approval. Yeah. So Kay wanted to be the first, while the reality proved the opposite. It wasn't the first, at least in God's eyes. So what happened is that this disappointment that Cain had was transformed into hate. Yeah. And from this hate, he, he decided to kill the brother. So envy is the pain for another person good. When we want what someone else has, or we want to be what someone else is, we tend to feel envy. And we feel that we deserve what the other person has or is. Yeah. So this is a bit the analysis of the Cain's and Abel's story, but let's come to what is interesting to us. Yeah, the, the the idea of envy. Yeah, the idea of envy that implies a negative emotion which is related to a comparison with others. When we compare ourselves to others, and we are sad for someone else's satisfaction, achievement, success, or happiness, we feel envy. And so it's related to the desire to have what the other person has, or also the desire that the other person should lose what he has. Yeah. So in a way, when we feel envy, we think we are happy to see that the other person is losing what he has. Yeah. I don't know if Samuel agrees, but in Italy, envy is a spread feeling. Yeah. Probably there is a connection with Christianity. Yeah. And also the idea of equality. Yeah. If you think we have to be equal, if we have to be all the same to God's eyes, we perceive success as something that is breaking that equality, as something that is not fair. Yeah. So we feel envy very easily in Italy, and we tend to be satisfied to see someone that in a way lose what he got. Yeah. That maybe was a successful man that break in ruin. Yeah. That lose everything. Yeah. We like these stories.
I have a comment here
Go on.
that there's a hypocrisy. Is that the hypocrisy is that we want equality only when others don't get more than us.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. But yes, indeed. In a way, when we have more, we think we deserve more because we are more special. So in a way, the equality works better when we have less. Yeah, as an argument. I agree. There is also this dynamic in Romania. I mean, since you are Christians over there, do you recognize this dynamic very spread around, Alex, or no?
Yes, we have it, but it's mostly focused on the lack. It's if a disaster comes to me, my neighbor should also have a disaster.
I'll tell you, see, you use the equality also with bad stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And we have an expression called the neighbor's goat should die too.
Yeah, we in Italian we say mal comune mezzo gaudio, which means that if you share what something bad, in a way, it's not that bad. Yeah, you are a bit satisfied anyway. Yeah, so there is a satisfaction of the sharing the bad things.
Look, Sebastian has his hand up.
Oh, you okay? Yes, yes, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Hello. I was thinking, I have a comment in regards to
Yeah,
how
okay. Sebastian, can you show
can you,
yourself so I
yes, sorry.
okay, okay. No, don't be sorry. Just to see you. Yeah,
No.
go on, Sebastian.
In regards to how envy implies that the thing desired should the guy the person from whom we desire something or we wish to be like him or have what he has, it's equally satisfying if that person loses it. Then envy dissolves. So I would dare to hypothesize that envy is not so much about me wanting what he has, but me thinking that he's not entitled to it. He should lose it. That's the main aspect of it.
Yes, I
Uh,
agree. Yeah, yeah, okay, yes.
so it's
Uh,
also,
yeah,
yeah.
you want that's it,
No,
right,
that's
Sebastian?
it. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, so now, since what you said, Sebastian, I think we could, let's say, introduce a kind of distinction between admiration and envy. Yeah. So in a way, admiration is when you see someone that uh, achieved something you want, yeah, but you use this feeling, this comparison, in a way to drive yourself to get the same level, yeah. So in a way, in admiration, there is more a positive dimension because it can be a stimulus to do something better, to train more, to study more, to in order to get what you want. Yeah. So in a way, in the admiration, there is you create a model that can drive you to. It's not necessary that you get it, but in a way, you try at least. Yeah. In envy, no, in envy, there is no drive for change yourself. For you, it's enough that the other person lose what he has. And this is why, in a way, Aquinas, Saint Thomas Aquinas is saying that envy is very bad feeling because it is a distortion of natural comparison because you don't use the image of the other to improve yourself while you don't want to change yourself, you don't want to improve yourself, you are just okay that the other person is getting worse or lose what he has. Yeah. So yes, Sebastian, well, then in a way your idea I think is important because uh, introduce a kind of distinction between admiration and envy. Are you okay with that, Sebastian, or you want to say something more? You okay?
I'm here with that. Thank you for the distinction.
All right, yeah, good. Okay, so let me give you a few more elements, and then we can also open a bit the let's say the discussion. And so basically, when we envy someone, we're suffering because someone else is or has something we are not or we don't have. So it's a relational emotion. Yeah, it's based on a comparison, like I said before, and in a way. the happiness or the success of the other person becomes a sort of threat to our identity. So more than wanting to possess what the other person has, like Sebastian mentioned just now, envy want to stop the other person from being or from has what he has. Yeah. So in a way, we could also say that the envy is the pain of seeing in someone else what we can only imagine about ourselves. So in a way, when we see the success of the other, we tell secretly in our mind, oh, why you are not that? Why you don't have that? So in a way, deeply inside yourself, you feel guilty, yeah? You feel like a threat to yourself. And in order to protect yourself from this bad feeling, you want, in a way, the other person lose his achievement or his success. So is a kind of also expression of defensive mechanism from the idea or the perception that you're not good enough. You could be better, or you could have done differently. Yeah. So in a way, the success of the other remind you that you're failing. Yeah. You're not doing as much as you could do. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I have a comment?
All right.
I don't think what you said now implies that there's some ambition to have or to become, and you are reminded that you have not reached that ambition, right?
Uh, I would no, I wouldn't say that it's necessary that you have ambition because when you don't feel good enough, maybe you're not an ambition person, but still you feel shitty, you know? So it's a shitty feeling you have about yourself, not because you're ambition, but because you don't feel good enough.
That when you say being good enough, I don't think it's even necessary to want to be good, but to be reminded that you are bad, that you are shitty. So the success of others just reminds you on what a deplorable state you are. And
Okay, yeah. Yes, let's say that it depends from your way of thinking. If you are an ambition person, you think you should get what the other person is getting.
yes,
If you're not ambitious, you feel shit anyway, like
yes,
you said. So I
yes.
agree. Yeah, yeah, I think it makes sense. Yes, yes. And let me here adding something that I find interesting. That is a distinction, another distinction between envy and jealousy. Yeah, because they are two different feelings. Even if nowadays, especially in English, through the language how it's used nowadays, people tend to confuse them. Yeah, I don't know if you happen to hear, I'm jealous about your new job. Yeah, in a way, jealous in that case is used as envy, but jealousy and envy are two different things. And jealousy is the fear of losing what we have. So in jealousy, there is an attachment to something we have already. And at the same time, there is the fear of losing it. So jealousy is about what we have, while envy is a desire for what we don't have. Yeah. So it's not about what we have, it's about what we miss. And we see in others usually. Yeah. So
I comment, Andrea.
Oh yeah, you is Samuel.
Yes.
Go on. Yes.
I'm wondering why is happening this shifting from enviness to jealousy. If you write jealousy is the new term with which we label this enviness, right? This is what you mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe we can conclude that jealousy is more social accepted than enviness, that envy.
Okay, that's can be a nice explanation. By the way, I think your question is an interesting one, and I was wondering during last days about thinking about this, and I didn't think about your explanation, but I think it makes sense. Yes. Another, I can now offer, if you want, another hypothesis to explain this confusion, and I think that nowadays we we don't uh, we don't know what we feel because in a way we don't think about what we feel. In a way, we tend to feel differently, but if you don't think about what you feel, sometimes you tend to confuse what you are feeling. Yeah. So I think another explanation could be the lack of thinking to our feelings. We
So,
we
Andrea,
tend to limit ourselves to feel, but we don't conceptualize what we are feeling and why we're feeling that. Yeah?
so your reason goes in the direction of ignorance of oneself, a lack of self-consciousness, while mine it contains a sort of intention, bad intention, that wants
Yes.
to hide yourself.
Yes. I think both can work, by the way. I think it can explain different to different reason why there is this confusion. Yeah. And but it's interesting in a way when I went to London the first time and I was learning English, it was like, why they say jealous? I'm jealous, and I was like, oh, maybe it's different from Italian. Yeah, sometimes there are false friends, but in this case I checked and they're not false friends. If you look, I mean, with psychologists and stuff, they use jealousy in the right way, in distinct way from envy. Yeah. So I don't know. I think there are two. These are two possible explanations, but I'm pretty sure there could be others. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you. And by the way, that could be a nice discussion we could open with the group. If you have other yeah, hypotheses to explain why there is this confusion nowadays, especially in the British world, you can say, yeah. And to conclude a bit this introduction, yeah, let me say something more about Christianity, yeah, because I don't know if you're familiar with the biography of Jesus, especially the last moments of his life, at least the earthly life, yeah. Uh, Jesus himself, if you think, he was betrayed out of envy. I don't know if you know the story after his public preaching, yeah, important priests and scribes and Pharisees, they all these people, that they were protecting the traditional law, yeah, they started to see Jesus as a danger, basically, yeah, and they accuse him of different, let's say, sins, different accusation. One was blasphemy. He was calling himself the son of God, and he was blasphemy from their perspective. He was challenging the Mosaic law, yeah, and plus they accuse him that he was disturbing public order. And why that? Because he was popular, because what he's saying he was spreading around in that culture, in that situation. Yeah. So in a way, all these people, traditional people, saw a danger in Jesus, and they were the ones that plotted his arrest. They took him before, Pontius Pilate, and in a way they were envy. They were feeling envy, yeah, because Jesus was more successful as let's say religious guy than them, yeah. So in a way, Jesus attracted more the love and the attention of the other people around. And what he was saying was followed. It was started to be seen as an authority more than the traditional authority.
Can I ask something?
Yes, we speaking. I don't see.
Sabina.
Sabina, go ahead, Sabina. Yes.
In this story, can't we actually interpret about the confusion with jealousy and envy? Like those people, weren't they afraid to lose their own authority? So it's something they had. So can't it be jealousy?
Yeah. I think yes, your intuition is right, I guess. In a way, maybe Samuel, this is a third explanation, because every time uh, we feel envy and we think we deserve it, we have the impression that that person is taking away from us something, from at least our imaginary psychological identity. So I think Sabina has a good point to say that. Yeah. But the problem, Sabina, here is that it's not true that we have it, but we think we have it. Yeah.
But is there like from our perspective, from an individual perspective, there is no difference between what you imagine you have and what you have.
Yeah. But from the reality's perspective, there is, yeah. But we don't see the reality. In a way, when we invent our identity, is a way to escape from reality. So you're right. From our perspective, we don't see the difference, and we think we have it, even if we don't have it. So when we see that the other person has it, this is, reminds us that we don't have it, what we think we should have it, or what we have, or what we think we have. Yeah. So in a way, there is the feeling that that person is taking away something from us. So yes, maybe that's explain also why we tend, at least in the English language, to confuse the two different feelings. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, nice in observation, by the way. Sebastian?
But I wish to do a comment on what Sabina said in your summary, namely that there is apparently a sort of relation between jealousy and envy, which might be like that jealousy is envy for, no, I lost the idea. Is envy for what you think you have but you don't.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just it. That there is a relationship between envy and jealousy.
Okay, so yes, as I said, when you think you have something that you don't have, but you think is part of your identity, yes, in a way you can confuse that envy with jealousy, yeah? Because when someone show you the reality, and in the reality is clear that you don't have what you thought you have, you think you are losing something that you had. Is that the dynamic, Sebastian, right?
Yes, precisely. Thank you, Andrea.
Yeah, but that's, you see, it's interesting. In a way, there is a confusion between an imaginary identity and a real situation, real condition. Yeah. So yes, maybe that's why they are related, because in a way, the tendency of humans to dream, to 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 illude, to have illusions about themselves. Yeah. So sometimes we think we have something we don't have. Yeah. All right. Yeah. And I want to propose now two philosophical perspective beside the biblical one. Yeah. Let me add, by the way, that we spoke already the first meeting about pride, and we said that pride is the sin that by Lucifer, yeah, because he wanted to be more than he was. He wanted to be at the same level of God, yeah. But in a way, it's not just about pride, it's also about envy. That Lucifer didn't accept his, let's say, secondary position because was feeling envy towards God. Yeah. So there is also a strong relation between different deadly sins. Yeah, especially pride and envy. Yeah. And to conclude, I want to share two ideas by two different philosophers. There were, I mean, it's plenty of different ideas, but I select the Kierkegaard and Nietzsche's one. Yeah, and in by Kierkegaard perspective, envy is a secret admiration that is related to a affirmation of the self. Yeah. So, but he calls this affirmation unhappy affirmation because you don't actually do something to improve yourself. You want to affirm yourself by taking off something from the other person. Yeah. So is an unhappy, not happy affirmation of the self. Yeah. And the second idea is by Nietzsche. Is is this idea about Christianity, as Christians, of people that have bad feelings in general, like envy, by the way. Yeah. And he reflects about this, and he said, well, something I proposed before, and he says that when a person feels envy, in a way, he has the impression that the equality, yeah, is being broken. Yeah. So envy is a feeling that is related especially to people who want equality. So if you want equality so much, you're gonna feel a lot of envy about a lot of people. Yeah. So I don't know if it can apply to your experience, but I see in school, if you are a teacher and if you have success, stuff like that, usually envy is the first feeling that colleagues feel about you. So you don't like. It's better if you fail as a teacher than if you have success. Yeah, because in that environment there is probably a strong ideological connotation about equality. Yeah, that generates a lot of envy towards people that tend to prevail. Yeah, tend to, don't know, do something better. Yeah. I don't know if there are teachers among you, if you want, if you can confirm, or if you have a different experience. Okay, so that's it with the philosophical ideas. And let me propose just the last ideas I want to propose to you. That in a way, since envy is connected with a personal shitty feeling about oneself, that you're not good enough. Yeah. In a way, more than with more than use morality to overcome envy, I think a good strategy would be to let's say, to improve the self-esteem about ourselves. Because if you're good with yourself, if you're satisfied with yourself, it's more difficult to feel envy about others. But of course, the more shitty you feel about yourself, the more envy you're gonna feel. So more than to have moral lessons about people from people in order to overcome this sin, this deadly sin, it will be better to accept oneself, to know yourself, to accept yourself, and to, in a way, build a better idea about yourself. That's the last stimulus I want to share with you. And now, before to start the exercise, I would like to discuss with you about this idea of envy and to check if there are questions, there are comments, there are some objections maybe about what I said.
I have a problem, Andrea, with two things you proposed. On one side, if I'm correct, you said that enviness relay on sensation of deserving something, right?
Yes,
And on the other side, you said enviness is connected to the feeling of not being enough. And I see a little tension, if not a contradiction, between desiring and deserving something and considering yourself not good enough. How can you consider yourself not good enough and think that you deserve something?
I think your question, Samuel, is related to what Alex pointed out before, yeah, about the idea of ambition. No?
Oh,
If you're ambition, if you're ambitious, you think you deserve more, yeah? You
yeah,
deserve what you desire.
yeah.
While if you're not ambitious, maybe you want just to be good enough. Yeah. In a way, your ambitious is to be normal like others, and you
Right.
feel worse. Yeah. But
Mhm.
in a way, there is the idea that is lacking. Let's say some what is in common between these two different attitude towards envy is the feeling of that is lacking something about you.
Mhm.
If your ambition is lacking the achievement, yeah. If you're not ambitious, it's lacking something compared to others, so you feel less than others. I don't know if this help you to deal with your problem, Samuel.
I think that in the second case, the one when you feel not good enough, you can also find ambition, as you described. It's the ambition of achieving the normality, but
Okay,
we
okay.
both share ambition in a way.
It's an ambition of a shitty, I mean, a person has a shitty feeling about herself, let's say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because normally we call ambition what is a important achievement. But okay, I agree with you. If you, I don't know, if you are not able to walk, for you, your ambitious can be walking, to be able to walk. Yeah. All right. Yes, I agree then. So in a
Really?
way, yes, the ambition can be related also to the second case. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. So I see two different ways of being envy. The one is in a way a bad faith. So you thinking you are not good enough, but still you want what something someone else has. Yeah. And the second one is related to this example. Imagine you are a good researcher, but the place in university is given to the son of the rector, the son of the president. Yeah. That it doesn't have any ability in doing that kind of job, right? It's a matter of fact that it's not just your projection. You can be envious towards this guy that stole from you this place.
Yes, I agree.
Even though if it's no projection, there's no projection in your mind. You don't think that you deserve more, but actually you don't have the skills to deserve more.
Okay, but your idea is that is in both cases is envy, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Even if the second envy, let's say, is more entitled to be
Yeah.
because there is an objective situation that show that you should have that position, right?
Yeah, this is my idea.
Yeah. Yes, yes. In a way, now I'm trying to distinction the two type of envy you just mentioned. Can you do it? Can you distinguish them? Or
Yeah,
they're the same, just the same?
yeah, I think that the main distinction is the relation with the reality. In the one, when you think that you are not good enough, you are in your mind. You are not considering reality. And
Yeah.
your enviness can be considered bad faith, as I said. The other, instead, is linked to reality, but still you want something that for something unjust, corruption, let's say, has happened in a different way that it should.
Okay, I agree. Can you provide a name now for both two types of envy you just distinguished?
Uh, Not grounded envy. So it's the one that you in which you consider you are not good enough and still you envy other people. It's not grounded because you don't have, you are not entitled to have what you desire. And the other is grounded envy.
Okay, okay. So the difference is the relation with the reality. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let me propose you a maybe more simple name to distinguish them. I would call subjective envy and objective envy.
Okay, I like it.
In a way, objective is related to reality, and subjective is you're more away from reality. Do you agree?
Yeah, it's also linked with grounded because objective is more grounded than subjective.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. So yes, I agree. There are sometimes we are subjectively envy. Sometimes we have more objective in our feeling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Nice. I didn't think. Nice idea. Thank you, Samuel. I see Bogdan from online.
I wouldn't call if your envy, let's say, is justified. I wouldn't call it envy. I would call it injustice. The feeling of injustice is it's not envy.
Okay.
You if you
Bogdan.
notice an injustice, you notice an injustice. It's why would you call it envy if it's justified?
But okay, I think it's a nice problem, Bogdan. Did you hear what I said? I think at the beginning that I think was speaking about Cain, yeah, and Abel. That there
Yes,
is the feeling of unfairness and justice, yeah.
yes.
So now, since I think you are proposing a nice problem, can you think about the different reaction, emotional reaction, when you happen to be in front of an injustice? So, what I'm asking you, uh, can you imagine a different emotional reaction than envy in front of an unfair things, or no?
I can.
What is the reaction of envy?
No, no, no,
Because
no, wait.
I
Hold on. You agree that envy can be a reaction in front of an injustice, yeah, or no? Do you agree that it's possible to feel envy when you see an injustice, or no?
mm,
Or it's
I
impossible?
don't know. No, I think if I see that someone receives more than me,
Yeah.
I feel injustice.
Yeah, but can you also feel envy? related to that injustice, or no, it's impossible to feel also envy.
Mm. I think it's not clear what it means to feel envy. To want to hurt that person or what?
Okay, I see now that you are a bit stuck, Bogdan. So,
Yeah, I'm not.
but
It's
I like your problem, but I feel that you cannot go on with the reasoning because something is blocking you. Can you say what is blocking you now from reasoning?
Yeah, these terms, envy and injustice, are too confused, are too unclear for me to answer that question.
Okay.
Because if I feel injustice, then it's injustice, it's not envy.
Okay.
I
In a
don't know how
way,
to distinguish.
you are stuck with this idea that injustice, if it's a real one, is not envy. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Who can continue this discussion, rational discussion from this problem? I think I heard someone from the room saying I can.
Yeah, I would feel disappointed if I don't know, I think that I deserve something. I don't know. I applied for a residency or an art project or whatever. I don't get chosen. I look who gets chosen and I feel like I'm better than them. But my feeling would be disappointment. I wouldn't want them to lose the project or fail or something.
Okay. That's
I,
what's your
yeah,
name?
Sabina.
Sabina. Do you agree that could be the way you're gonna react to that injustice, right?
Yeah.
So it's your subjective way to react. You are not a person that tend to envy. You are more focused on yourself, so you would feel disappointed, right?
Yes. Additionally, I used to feel angry, not
Okay. Yeah, angry. It makes sense because angry, there is when you cannot get what you want, you get angry. Okay, yes.
yeah, and
All right.
sort of helplessness in front, like if it's like a real injustice. Yeah, like somebody gets something because they're the daughter, nephew, whatever of somebody. Yeah, anger, and I think it actually what's covering is a feeling of helplessness in front of a system that is not supporting.
Okay.
Feel
So,
bad. Let's say.
okay, I get it. And now I I am a bit like you. I don't like to feel envy, so I tend to focus more on myself. But now, can you make an effort and to go beyond yourself and to imagine that? Tell me if you think it's possible that in the same situation, other people different than you and me can feel envy when they happen to be in an injustice. Do you think it's possible this feeling in that situation or no? Not
I I am uncertain because I don't know if the behavior you would have when you're angry and when you're envious is
okay,
connected
Sabina.
to the
Sorry,
sense that you
let
would.
me stop you because you started the answer with a beautiful expression, which is I'm not certain. Yeah, which I think is the problem of your being stuck right now. Okay, you don't need to be certain. Yeah. It's just an thinking experiment. Yeah. Do you think if you had to bet, do you think it's possible that someone feel envy or no? You
Anything is possible.
you think you think it's possible?
I think it's possible, obviously. But I'm
Okay.
that
Now, can you explain how it's possible? So you could help Bogdan to see the possible relation between envy and injustice, because Bogdan is separating the two things, yeah? Can you help him to see how they can go together? It doesn't mean that they go necessary together, but how they can go together.
Well, when you see something unjust, like somebody has something they don't deserve, you might very possibly want that person to lose that something.
Sorry, I missed the last part of your sentence and I don't hear very well.
I said that when you see that somebody has something unjustly,
Yeah?
it is very possible that you want that person to lose what they had, what they received, or in an unjust way.
Okay.
So
And what do you okay.
It's basically envy. It's like not wanting you to be better, to fix the system, to do something about it. You just want the system to collapse. You want that person to lose something you want.
Okay. And why do you think some people react by feeling envy to an unfair stuff, while me, you, and others, we are more disappointed and we focus more on ourselves? Why do you think there is this? How do you explain this different reaction?
I think the lack of control over one's destiny, life, whatever. They don't feel like they can control their life.
Okay, and explain the link between the feeling of impotence, because when you say out, the don't control is an expression of impotence, right? You agree?
Yeah.
So the link between lack of control or impotence and envy. Can you say the link? Can you show?
Well, you mentioned that envy is not about bettering yourself, but about the other losing something, and that would make you feel better. So it essentially you're not capable to do, or you feel like you're not capable to do anything to fix the situation or to change something. And yeah. Because also when you're envious, you don't necessarily take steps for the other person to lose what they have. You just wish for that somehow.
Okay. Okay. So let me propose you another idea, Sabina, that if you are moral, yeah, in a way, you think is unfair, is wrong, yeah, and in a way the problem is more outside, is not about what you feel. Maybe that's the Bogdan idea, yeah. If you see the problem from a moral perspective, you think that the problem is in what is unfair, yeah. So no matter what you feel, the problem is there, yeah. But if you look at the problem from different perspective, even if it's unfair, you could decide, for example, or you could react, accepting the unfairness. Yeah. So in a way, if you accept what is unfair, I think it's less likely that you feel envy. Yeah. So I think another way to answer the question I just made to you, Sabina, is that the different reaction from in front of an unfairness is the capacity is related to the capacity or not to accept it. What do you think, Sabina? Makes sense or no?
Yes, it does, and it makes sense, but I Hmm. I don't know if it's everything, like it's just accepting. Because indeed, if you look at the problem as something that is outside of yourself, then from there would come the lack of control. But if you feel like you are part of, like it's something also from inside you, then you can focus on that. And
Yeah, and if you accept the
because you're
problem,
part of the problem, whether you want it or not, every time you're in a situation, you're part of that problem. There's always something you can do about it.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know if you read have you read Epicteto, the Stoic philosopher, Epicteto?
No.
Okay, I recommend you to read the kind of handbook. Now I forget the name, but anyway, Enchiridion, I think it's called Enchiridion. And in this work, he's saying that what affects us is not the objective fact outside, is our opinion about that fact. Yeah. So in a way, even if there is an unfair stuff, we can work on our way of to think what happened. Yeah. So in a way, what we feel is not responsibility of what happened outside. What we feel is a consequence of what we think about what happened outside. I think it's an important distinction here. And in a way, I think it deals a bit with Bogdan's objection. Yeah. So in a way, Bogdan said, but Bogdan, now I let you speak again, if you want to add something about this, that in a way, if there is unfair something outside, the problem is just outside. Yeah. But at the same time, we could use the Stoic perspective by saying that we can relate in different way to the same injustice fact. Yeah. For example, we can accept that life is unfair. Yeah. We can say, okay, that's it. Sometimes happens, and then can create a different feeling in ourselves. So let me go back to Bogdan and check if the discussion I had with you, Sabina, help him to deal with this problem. Bogdan, it was useful, this discussion, or no? You think
Yes, it was very helpful, but I found another distinction,
wait,
not if you
before
accept
you
or
go
not,
on? Yeah, I now I will let you go on. Can you say why is being helpful the discussion with Sabina?
because it helped me realize the distinction between to separate injustice. It helped me realize how you can be envious even if you suffer an injustice. So,
So in a way, you can have an injustice and feel envy, and you can't have the same injustice and don't feel envy. And that's up to
yeah,
you in a way. The way you look at world, the way you look to what happened to you. Yeah. Okay. Now you want to bring another distinction in, right?
yes, I'm not so happy with that distinction in between accepting because
Okay.
there are some injustice that you shouldn't accept.
Okay. So can you name the new the
Yeah.
better distinction you have?
Yes, if you focus your anger towards the person or towards the situation, or your if you project on the person or on the whole situation.
Okay. How do you name the two type of envy?
Why one is envy, the other one is not envy.
And how do you call the other one?
Mm, Moral, being moral, morality. You,
Okay, so when you focus more on the person, you tend to feel more envy, while if you focus more in the or to the objective moral situation, is not
yeah.
envy anymore.
Yes.
Okay, but you see then that the way you look at the unfairness, it can create envy or it cannot create envy.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not automatic that the unfairness implies envy or not.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what revealed your objection and the discussion with you, Bogdan? Or no? About
For
yourself?
me,
Yeah,
about myself,
yeah.
that don't don't work very well with emotions.
Why? Can you say why?
They are not clear for me.
Ah, okay, you're confused with emotion.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And I would add, Bogdan, that you are a very moral guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I thought about that also. Yeah.
okay, okay. So for your morality is a strong, has a strong dimension in your life, in your thinking system. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, okay. But you know that still, even if you are a moral person, you can control your reaction, your emotional reaction to what happened to you. I'm not saying you are not entitled to react to not accept something, yeah. But at the same time, you can manage your at least internal reaction, yeah. So in a way, I think I like the idea by Epicteto because you know what? In a way, Epicteto told us that we can always do something about what happened to us. We can always to look from a different perspective, and in a way, this idea make us not impotent, yeah, because the way we look at things make the difference, and also the way we look at things generate some feelings than others. So that's why I think it's very important to work to our thinking system,
Yes.
because otherwise we tend to be stuck in a certain relationship with the world. It can be moral, it can be aesthetic, it can be anything. Yeah. So I'm not saying moral is bad. I'm saying to you that maybe you should train yourself to look at reality from different perspective, different paradigm than morality. But morality is good, yeah. But the problem is to be stuck in morality,
Yes.
yeah.
Can I offer a different perspective on acceptance? Maybe it helps.
Okay, Bogdan, is your lucky day. Sabine, I guess, is offering to you a different perspective on acceptance. Let's hear.
So I agree wholeheartedly that some injustices should not be accepted, generally speaking. However, when something has already happened, it is good to accept that that thing has happened in order for us not to get stuck on an emotion that paralyzes us and look at, okay, this happened. I accept that all the circumstances led to this. Now, what can we do to not have this go on? So the acceptance of an injustice, I see it from as, accepting anything that has already happened. You can't do anything about what has happened. You can only do something about what's happening right now. So in order not to get stuck in the past, you need to accept it.
Okay,
It
so
helps to accept it.
the idea is that if something bad happened to you in your past, if you don't accept it, you are a slave of this traumatic event, right? While if you accept it, you can still go on and do your life and do something, right?
Yes.
Okay, Bogdan, do you like this idea? of acceptance in order to be more free?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with it. I also see like this. I just see injustice as a good source of motivation, not, and I think our motivation comes from our moral
Okay. So I think the
judgment.
idea here, Bogdan, is to use the injustice or the bad things to improve, let's say, your present or your future, then to want to keep changing what you cannot change anymore, which is the
Yes,
past, right?
yes,
By the way, that gets along with the, I don't know why today I'm quoting Epictetus so much, but Epictetus in that Enchiridion, that work, he says every time we focus on what we cannot change, we um, we create a lot of problem to our life. We destroy our life. Yeah. So in a way, from in his perspective, we should distinguish the part of our life we can do something about from the part of our life we cannot do anything. Yeah. So it's just stupid and crazy to keep wanting something that you cannot do it. You go crazy. Yeah. Like um, can you say your name again from the room?
Sabina.
Sabina, yeah. Like Sabina said, if you want changing the past, you go crazy. You will keep have obsession, yeah, because you're gonna view and view again what happened in order to change it, but that past is not going to change. So what is better in a way, what makes more sense, is to accept what you cannot change anymore and to focus in what you can do. Do you like this idea, Bogdan? Is a stoic idea.
yes, I like it.
Yeah. Otherwise, you get
Thank
stuck,
you.
and then you're a slave of your feeling, yeah, of injustice. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Other comments? Problems?
No.
I don't see anybody from the room, but if you have someone to say, just speak because I see just Samuel from here. Okay. If you don't have anything to add, let me propose to you the exercise I thought for today, which in a way is related to the topic of envy, but at the same time is related to argumentation. Yeah. So I want to share with you a question. I want to ask you a question. I don't know. Should I prepare a Google Doc, Alex, or can we do like that?
I think everyone has a phone here, and people from the room cannot write in the Google Doc.
Okay. So let me just say I will attach the question to the chat, but I will say it anyway. So I have two questions. The first question is what do I envy the most? And the second one is why? I put in the chat. I repeat for the people in the room. What do I envy the most and why? So now I want to invite you to think about this topic, about yourself, your way of envy, and to provide an argumentation. And then we're gonna focus both in your type of envy and in your argumentation to check if it makes sense or if there are any problems. Let me know if the task is not clear or if you want to have other clarification. Otherwise, I will leave you with 3 minutes to think about it. Bogdan?
Could we find a justification for our envy in when we say why?
No, no, you mean try to explain why you think,
Mm.
you feel that envy.
Okay.
So it's an invitation to think at the dynamic that there is behind your envy, your personal envy.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I leave you a few minutes and then we're gonna work on what you gonna produce.
There are people in the room. In which way can they share their answer by voice?
Yeah, maybe if you have a paper, you can write on it and
Yeah.
then you can just say it. And
Good. Thank you.
maybe I will I mean I will type on the chat for the people here. Okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Riusciamo a... ok.
You make a sign, yeah, when you've done.
I've done.
Okay. All right. So, Anka, you've done? Yeah? Bogdan, you too? Oh, so it's true, you're confused about your feelings. You can ask Anka to write for you as well, since she knows you.
No, I finished.
Oh, you've done. All right. Okay, in the room, people, you did?
Yeah, I did.
All right. So let's start to analyze some answers. Who want to share?
I can share.
Okay, Samuel, and then I see also Anka. She was about to share. Okay, let's hear Samuel.
My answer is quite similar to Cain. I envy the most my brothers because they receive more consideration by our parents.
All right, but you didn't kill them, right?
No. Everything is still.
Okay, okay.
It was the angel of God that stopped my hand.
Yeah, yeah. You see, you improved by Cain. Humans is improved. And okay, you explained already. You want to explain more about this feeling of envy? You have.
I explained already. I said that it's linked with the consideration they receive and not the same that I received. They receive more consideration.
Okay, okay. And how did you react from this? First, did you perceive an injustice there? You think is unfair that
Yeah,
they got more recognition than you?
yeah, I think it's unfair.
Okay. So there is a link between envy and unfairness, apparently, yeah?
Yeah.
And what can you do, you think, to stop feeling envy in this situation? Are you still feeling envy, by the way, now?
No, sometimes yes.
Sometimes, yes. Okay, okay. So now try to think
We are rather
how
yes.
can you overcome this feeling? And of course, the question is open to everybody. So try to think how, in that situation, we could overcome
Situations.
the feeling.
It's as you explained, I feel guilty.
Samuel, can you repeat? There was a misconnection. Okay.
Can you hear us?
Okay, now yes, but I missed what Samuel was saying.
Yeah, I can repeat for you and for the people on Zoom. I try to overcome this feeling, mainly because I feel guilty, as you explained before in your explanation. I feel guilty to feel this sensation towards my brothers, and I try to overcome with something that makes me even more guilty. Because I say, maybe they receive more consideration because they need more consideration than me.
Okay, so in this case, it's not unfair anymore. Do you agree?
Yeah, I find a way to make it fair again. So it decreases my amount of enviness. And
Okay, but you think it's true that they need more consideration or no?
one of the two brothers, yeah, this reason is applicable because it's far from Italy, and so the farthest you are, the more the parents needs to maintain the contact.
And the other one, no.
The other one, no.
So it doesn't work so much with the other one, I guess.
The other one, there is another reason that functions. He receives more consideration by my parents because he gives a shit of my parents. So they look at him, they search him because he disappears in a way.
Okay, like when someone is running away and the other person try
Yeah.
to catch him back or try to. Okay. Okay, so now, and these two different explanation made you reduce your envy, right?
Yeah, because with these reasons, I noticed that what my parents do is not against me, but in favor of my brothers.
Okay. So okay, interesting. So can you, in a way, if I understood correctly, you transform something that is missing to you with something that is missing to your brothers because they need more than you. So they lack more than you consideration, so they deserve more than you, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So you feel, in a way, you feel superior than your brothers.
Yeah, for this reason, I said that this second way of handling envy makes me even more guilty because I consider myself superior.
Okay, but it's funny because you use pride to overcome envy, basically.
Yeah, it's homeopathic. You have to cure a disease with the same source of disease. So things will cease.
Yeah, it's like a medicine, that cure you for an illness and create a new one.
Yeah.
Okay. Pharmacon, by the way, which is a poison also. Yeah. But I think it's interesting that in a way I never thought that I thought the opposite, that usually one deadly sin create other deadly sins. Here you are telling that the one deadly sin can make disappear another one.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, until it works, why not? Why not? Maybe you prefer pride than envy, than I deduce, right?
Yeah.
And why pride for you in your system is more acceptable than envy?
Because it's less dangerous, less threatening for the others. It's something that I can feel in myself without producing a great problem for others. Instead of enviness, if I continue to feel enviness, I could stop to relate with my brother in the time, of course, not immediately.
Okay, so pride is less risky for the relationship with your brother, right?
Yes.
So, which means that you want to preserve your relationship with your brother, even if there was this original injustice
Yeah.
in the family, right? Okay. So I never thought about pride as a way to improve relationships. But why not? That's why I like philosophical practice, that sometimes I get surprised. Okay, you want to add something, Samuel, about this?
We are okay, thank you.
Okay. Any comments about Samuel's story and functioning? Somebody identify with Samuel? Nobody has brothers that add something more than that?
I did. I do have a brother who got more consideration from my parents, but I didn't solve the situation the same.
You didn't solve in Samuel's way, right?
Yeah.
So you didn't use pride to get over envy.
No.
And what did you do?
What I did was communicate with my parents and understand their point of view. and the fact that they didn't do it on purpose, like they didn't notice that, like from their point of view, they were treating us the same, and then when I explained that they didn't, they apologized and they started to actually give me more consideration in recent years since we had the conversation.
Okay.
So it was,
So,
mean-
okay, I think you said at least two different things. One is that they said that they didn't do it intentionally, right?
yeah.
And this makes you feel better or no?
Well, initially it didn't, because obviously the harm that was done. It doesn't matter if you intended or not.
Okay.
It's but the fact that they apologized and they changed their behavior is what actually fixed it.
Okay.
They
So,
acknowledged the sufferings they caused and they changed their behavior.
okay. And afterward, you think they behave more equally between you and your brother?
I sometimes I have I feel like they shifted.
Okay. They cannot make not difference. Basically.
Yeah.
So they have a certain amount of attention. They cannot. They have. All right. All right. And so I think now your brother doesn't feel very well anymore.
He didn't complain.
Okay, okay, okay. But okay, actually, in a way, communicate and to make the person aware of the injustice. Sometimes I think it is not so common. I mean, if it's in family, maybe yes, but outside the family, maybe it wouldn't work like so much, you know?
The connection.
I didn't hear, sorry.
Can you repeat the last phrase because it got
Okay, yeah, I said that actually making the person aware, the person that made the injustice about the injustice sometimes can improve the situation, at least for you in this case. And but maybe if it's outside the family, in the society, it wouldn't be so effective as a maybe strategy.
I wrote something else.
Okay.
I'm envious of people's capacity to prioritize themselves.
To what? To?
Prioritize themselves, to put themselves first.
Okay, explain.
Well, I tend to give 100% in everything I do, like a 100% relative to my best capability, which I can't work at my best capability all the time. So I tend to overexhaust myself when I'm involved in something, and I'm envious when I see people who go like, "Oh, I can't do anymore."
Okay, okay. So in a way, you transform the injustice to a motivation to give your best in order to think that you deserve the
No,
better treatment.
I actually don't. I do this. I actually the fact that other people don't overexhaust themselves, don't feel the need to work at their best all the time. That's what I envy. Like I don't. What motivates me to give my best all the time is something.
But why, do you know why you need to give the best all the time?
Yeah, because it was the only way I felt because I didn't get attention as a child. I had to solve everything by myself.
Okay.
So I don't rely on other people. It took
But
me a
all
lot
right.
of time to ask for help, stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. But do you see the presupposition behind your reaction?
that I'm not sure I understand the question.
Do you see the presupposition between the idea that if you give your best, you
Yeah.
deserve the attention, you will get the attention?
Well, I don't do it for attention necessarily. I do it because of ethics, I think. Like if I'm involved in something, I feel like I need to do my best.
Okay, but what do you want to get by giving the best? That's that question. What do you want to get mainly?
I feel good when the job is well done.
Oh, you feel good,
Yeah.
right? So,
Self-
okay. Okay, can you define you're feeling good?
Self-appreciation.
Okay, okay. So actually, you don't want to be appreciated by others, you want to be appreciated by yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm envious of people who can appreciate themselves without having to prove something to
Okay,
them.
but you see the presupposition I was speaking about before? You think that in order to appreciate yourself, you need to prove your value.
Yeah,
You see?
exactly. Yeah.
Okay, but you see that now, can you imagine a person that appreciates himself even without proving fucking anything? No.
I don't need to imagine. I know people like this.
And you envy them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you see what I said at the end of my presentation, that I think to overcome envy more than moral teachment is necessary to, let's say, to get a better relationship with oneself. I
Exactly.
think it applies especially to people like you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but just for finish, what's your name, by the way?
Sabina.
Albina. Why do you have this bad idea about yourself that you have to prove that you are so valuable to your acceptance? Why? Why you think you're so bad? What's wrong with you?
I've been, I mean, I don't want to get into what's wrong with me. I know what.
It's too much. It's too much.
I know where this is coming from, but I've been told repeatedly throughout my life that I don't behave socially acceptable, let's say.
Okay.
So
All
yeah,
right. So, Albina, you belong to the category we were speaking before with Samuel, not the, let's say, the ambitious guy, but the person that they don't feel good enough because they think to be less than normality in a way. Yeah.
I know I am above average in intelligence, and it's not this. It's the fact that I'm neurodivergent, basically. So I bumped in throughout my life before I got diagnosed that in situations where I was labeled the bad person. And basically that stuck in my head, even if I know I'm not bad. Because
Okay, but it means that you trust more the labels that other people put on you than what you think actually about yourself.
well, I think that when you've been through certain situations for 30 years,
Okay,
I
but now
really,
I stop you, Albina, sorry. Okay, now, do you know how you sound when you speak like that?
no, what I'm saying, it is a process for me to get rid of this
Okay,
way
but
of thinking. First
okay,
and foremost, I have to realize that I have it, then I have to take steps to think differently, but I can't just wake up the next day.
okay. But
think it-
now you start speaking as a victim, Albina. You noticed? Oh no.
I see what you mean, and yes, I had this.
Okay, that's it. That's it. is enough. When you start to see yourself as a victim, you make yourself impotent. You see?
I see, but what I'm saying is that in order to change this, I have to acknowledge it, which I have. It's a process in order to get out of this mindset because I've been stuck in it for so long.
Okay.
What I'm
Okay.
saying.
All right. Can I
What
give you a philosophical advice to end this conversation,
it's sure.
or you prefer not?
You can. Well,
Okay, thank you. So, uh, I invite you to de-absolutize the judgment of people and yourself as well. Yeah. So even if you've been labeled, or if you label yourself, or you have the people judge you in a bad way, okay, that's it. It's not a nightmare unless you absolutize that judgments.
okay.
That's just a little philosophical advice. I hope can help you to deal with your bad relation with yourself. Okay?
What does absolutize mean?
I didn't hear.
What does absolutize mean? I like.
Samuel, can you repeat because I don't hear.
Absolutize. She's asking for the meaning of absolutize.
Okay, Samuel, since you are there, and can you say the meaning of this strange word?
Yeah, it's to extremize, make extreme something.
Make something extreme.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I'm not supposed to define myself by what others say or by labels in general.
Yeah, in a way, you see the label as an eternal judgment, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you stop to, I mean, labels are not bad unless you don't absolutize them as eternal judgment forever. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's nice.
So in a way, every time you receive a judgment in your head, you translate that judgment as a, the final judgment of God to humans. Yeah. So you go to the hell. You see?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you stop doing that, and if you see a judgment as just a judgment, something that it can be probable but it's not eternal.
It's opinion.
What?
It's just somebody's opinion.
Exactly. I mean, you can use it as a label, like you use labels to understand reality, but then maybe one day you're gonna see that the label doesn't work anymore. You change label, yeah?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. So an aphorism can be a label is not forever. Okay. There are something that is forever, like a ring is forever. The label, no, it's not forever. Okay.
The ring is not forever either.
Okay. Did you enjoy the discussion, Albina, or no?
Yes, that was nice. Yeah.
Can you
thank
say what? Can you say what you like? What did you take from the discussion? Something interesting? Something?
Well, this thing that the label is not forever. That is, I mean, it's something that I've also learned in recent years, but it was nice phrased this way because it's simple and clear, and I like that. And yeah, it definitely helps the conversation. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. So now your sister has gone, Bogdan. So Anka wanted to speak, but now she left. But we still have some minutes left. So who want to share his own MV? Okay. Bogdan, go on.
I have envy towards beautiful people because they get admiration and attention just by sitting, and they don't have to do any effort.
Okay.
Me
Okay.
too, brother. Yeah.
Oh, Alex, you want to say something?
I just said, me too, brother. Me too.
Okay. So, beautiful people, you envy them, yeah? Because
Yes,
they can get easily what you have to do with effort. You have to get with effort.
yes.
What do you want to get the most?
Attention, admiration.
Admiration. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, do you think it's better to be admired by something you do, by something that implies an effort for you, or something that implies no effort? What do you think is better?
It's a hard question.
Come on, make an effort.
I can see different type of satisfaction in both.
Okay, but can
But
you say your
yeah,
preference?
yeah, I can see a bigger satisfaction when I do an effort.
Okay, so why do you envy the beautiful people?
Um, because I want more attention. I don't know how to get it.
You can make more effort then.
Yeah,
Okay.
my efforts are not don't seem to work.
Yeah, but you see that in your envy, there is this strange presupposition that it's better to have something without effort.
Yes,
Okay. But when you think it's better to make effort in order to get what you get, right?
yes.
Okay. Do you change your mind then? Do you still envy beautiful people?
Um, yeah, I I can find them as a source of inspiration
Inspiration for what? For not
because
doing
I don't know
effort.
what to be to find harmony.
And how beautiful people find harmony.
Well, that's what beauty is. They move, they have harmony in their body, in their moves, in the way they speak.
Okay. I have an impression here, Bogdan. I don't know if people agree with that, that you idolized a bit beautiful people. You see more harmony than there is in beautiful people.
Yeah, maybe I'm a little bit more impressed by beautiful people than other people.
Okay.
So,
Now I'm sorry it's not here Anka because I would ask her something about that. Okay. Anyway, did you what any ideas from this exchange we had, Bogdan? What are you thinking?
uh, any ideas? I think it's a good start for thinking about myself.
What
But
this envy about beautiful people?
yes,
Okay. You could you know you know how to do a self-consultation, Bogdan?
yes,
Okay.
um,
So try to do one self-consultation by starting from this question. Why do I envy beautiful people? And make at least, I don't know, 3-4 block. Okay.
Okay.
I think it's not that easy, but I think it's a good exercise to explore your mental dynamic. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. If you find something interesting, write to me. Yeah. Because then
Okay.
I'm going to use it for some text I'm writing about. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So I'm curious to check now. I want to at least to know Alex Bocca envy and Sorin envy.
Yes.
Can you just say?
I said, I envy those who love and take care of themselves. Why?
You envy who?
Those who love and take care of themselves.
Ah,
Love them
okay. Yeah.
and take care of themselves. And
Why?
why? Because I'm unhealthy with myself and I tend to abuse or indulge myself with no temperance.
So you have a problem to care about yourself,
Yes.
and you envy people that they love enough to care about themselves.
Yes.
Okay, okay, okay. And what do you think is the condition of loving oneself?
Accepting yourself.
Okay, so you don't accept yourself.
No.
And do you have a good reason not to accept yourself?
No, not a good reason. Only shitty reasons.
So if you don't have good reason, why you don't accept yourself?
Because that's the good reason. I would accept myself for good reason, but I am all the time shitty in everything that I do. So that is my good reason, that I don't have good reasons.
Alex, that's why you don't love yourself, you see. Okay. But you wanna say something?
No.
Okay, so your good reason not to love yourself is that you don't have any good reason for not to love yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. If I had a good reason not to love myself, then I wouldn't be so shitty. I would know how to produce a good reason.
Okay. Do you name such a person that has this system?
Mediocre.
Mediocre. Yeah. That's explain your genius syndrome then.
Mediocre people want to lie to themselves to say they're genius.
Okay, okay. But actually, by pretending they're genius, they are showing that they don't love actually themselves, right?
What? How? Pretending they're genius, they show they don't love themselves.
Exactly. In a way, this self mechanism that is a way to accept more yourself is exactly the reason why you cannot accept yourself. Do you see why?
No.
Because you are escaping from the mediocre side of yourself by creating the genius.
Who said I'm a genius now?
I brought up the genius syndrome since it came up last summer in Timisoara. Do you remember?
You know how stupid I became since last. No. No.
Okay. Okay, I'm not allowed to use information that I got from other workshop then. Okay, okay.
I don't feel much like a genius, Andrea, and I don't say I am.
Okay. But you know, often people, when they don't accept themselves, they tend to, let's say, build fantasies or genius syndrome in order to accept more themselves. Maybe it's not your.
I don't think I'm a pathological genius guy. I don't think I'm pathological genius.
Okay. So you're just a mediocre person that doesn't love himself, right?
Yes, that I can agree with.
Okay.
How I compensate for that, I don't know. Maybe
Okay.
geniality, arrogance sometimes, but
And okay, Alex, just to finish, can you say something good about being mediocre?
No.
Come on.
For mediocre, no.
Okay, let's ask to the group. Anyone can help Alex to find some good aspect about mediocrity?
When you're a genius, you feel a lot of pressure of maintaining that level of creativity, of producing something good. While a mediocre, if he accepts his own situation, doesn't feel that pressure. It lows down the expectation in a way.
Okay, so less pressure to in being mediocre, right?
Yeah.
Do you like Alex?
No. Because you know how much pressure I put on myself just to be mediocre. Just to be mediocre, I don't want the pressure.
Okay, now I'm doubting you want just to be mediocre, but let's skip this part, yeah? And let me offer you another reason why it's not that bad to be mediocre, that you can connect better with people since mediocre is more spread than geniality, yeah?
I've seen mediocrity. Yeah, that's what I don't accept it.
You should have a lot of friends.
Yeah, I hate all mediocre people.
Yeah, this is the problem. This is why your advice doesn't function, because Alex is a mediocre that doesn't like mediocrity.
Exactly.
So he refuses all friends.
That's why I'm inviting Alex to make an effort and think about positive quality of mediocrity. But of course, he's resisting a lot about. Okay, but Samuel, since you are there, you can keep questioning Alex in this direction afterwards.
It'll be my
Okay.
pleasure.
Okay, Alex, I will leave to you to Samuel hands. Okay.
Friends.
You are a good hand. Good Italian hands. Yes, yes. Okay, let's finish with Sorin.
So in general, I envy people who have the abilities that I want to have and I do not have.
Okay, and how do you manage this feeling of envy usually? Do you have any
Usually,
strategy to overcome it, or you just envy?
I just envy.
Okay, so you're good with that. You accept your envy.
I don't know if I accept it, but I live with it.
Okay, okay. And what do you envy the most about capability in others?
What do I envy the most? What does this question mean?
You said that you tend to envy other when they have capability that you don't have, right?
Yes.
Which is the capacity that you would like to have the most in yourself that you don't have and you see in others?
Good question.
Or you never thought about it?
I never thought about it.
Okay,
I want to have a lot of abilities, but I didn't classify them or make a hierarchy.
you're so greedy that you don't know not even what you really want, basically.
No, I know what I want.
You want everything.
Yes, there is no hierarchy
Okay,
between these
can
things.
you just say now, is part of the workshop, what do you want the most, or there is nothing you want the most?
So now in this moment, I can say that maybe I want to play a certain musical instrument like others.
Okay, do you know which instrument, so it's too specific?
Yes, it's the organ.
Or
The
organ.
organ. with
Okay.
tubes and so on. Yeah.
Okay. And do you do something about it, or you just live with this dream, or you are practicing, or you are do you have an organs, by the way?
Yes, I practice. Yes.
Oh, you practice.
Yeah.
Okay. So in a way, you transform the envy in admiration because you are working on that. You are trying to be better, right?
Yes, yes.
So you
I
don't
also
want other
admire the
people
people.
to take off their capability, but you want to get that capability, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it's not real envy, it's more admiration.
I'm not sure if I can distinguish the two. So
Because in admiration, you do something about it. While envy, you just suffer because what they have and you wish they don't have anymore. While
ah,
here, you are doing something in order to get what is missing in you. You see?
yes. So basically, I have to wish for something other people have, and in the same time, wish that they lose that.
Yeah, that's envy. Did you follow the presentation?
Yes, yes, I did.
Yeah. So you found something or no?
No.
Okay, so I leave you with this homework. Doreen, you're supposed to find your personal envy. Okay?
Okay.
And once you found, you write to Alex.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
I'm not joking. Alex is going to be happy to receive your envy. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, we have, can we use just a few minutes to conclude, Alex, or you have to leave?
I have to leave.
Okay.
Hey, 3 minutes.
Okay, 3 minutes. So let's take a couple of comments to conclude the session, and then we're gonna leave Alex Samuel to go to dinner.
Maybe from Sabina because she's a first timer.
Oh, Sabina, you are a virgin here, right?
Yeah.
Can you have can you share a comment about the process? We are in the meta level, so if you have any idea about the process, the method, the philosophical practice workshop.
So it was interesting, and it clarified some aspects and made me think about perspectives I wasn't thinking about before. So it was interesting, and I liked the way it's framed with the some theoretical aspects in the beginning, and then something practical where we can apply. I find that very useful.
You mean let's say, the switch, the constant switch from an abstract dimension and a subjective dimension.
Yes. Yeah.
Did you like this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I mean, some people don't like this and they don't like philosophical practice for these reasons. Okay, but
I understand that it can be very uncomfortable,
yeah, and
but I find it useful because it's challenging and it puts you in a situation where you can
okay. And what did you learn? What was the most interesting idea you learn about yourself through this process?
Well, I never thought of myself as a stoic, first of all. And it is since you quoted Epictet so much, I was like, oh, I relate to that idea and that. And I'm like, I never thought that.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I would relate to that. Yeah.
If you like, you can read it. You can find in the library, I guess, is a famous work, Enchiridion, yeah, in Greek.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll probably read it.
Okay, good. Thank you. So I think the time is over. So I would stop here, Alex.
Yes.
Thank
Okay.
you. Enjoy the dinner. See you next time.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.